Hello everyone, this is Josh from Risky Wrenches, and in front of me is our free 1994 Chevy 350. Now, if you guys do not know, we bought a 1964 Chevy Chevelle with a straight six that has a blown motor. I wanted a 350 swap that thing, so I needed a motor. I ended up buying a 1994 Chevy Silverado for 300 bucks. Parted out the interior for 250 bucks, and then I sold the rest of it for scrap. I loaded some random crap from around the shop into it, and I got 200 bucks for the scrap of that thing. So at the end of the day, I paid 300 bucks for that truck. I spent about 40, 50 bucks in gas to go get it. I got 400 to 450 bucks back out of it, and I got a free motor at the end of it. And this thing does turn over, and it was running and driving in that truck before the transmission blew, so I actually have decently high hopes for it. And I'm hoping this thing is a 4-bolt main. It says the casting number can either be a 2 or a 4-bolt main, so let's tear into it and start seeing what we got underneath all of this junky, dusty, cruddy truckness that this thing was used for. This thing was a work truck, a mud hauling, or a mud drag truck. It was basically everything. This thing is filthy, so let's tear into it right now. Alright, first things first, let's just start taking things we don't need off, like all this piping and wires and sensors and crap I don't need anymore. Throttle cable. This is going out. This has been cut already, so take all this crap off of here. Free up some room because there's way too much crap on this motor. Now in my truck, I actually got a great deal on a carbureted intake for this thing, a distributor, a bunch of stuff that's going to basically bolt right onto this thing and make it carbureted, so I'm not going to need any of this crap up here. I am going to keep the AC, the power steering pump, all that fun stuff to put into my Chevelle, because having AC is nice, having power steering is nice, the new alternator is nice. Things like that we're going to keep, but this distributor is going to be junk. Most of these wires are going to be junk. We're just going to redo this whole thing, just make it a lot better than what it is now, because it's a mess. Now, this thing did have about 220,000 miles on it, so I'm not expecting this thing to be perfect on the inside, but I'm just going to plan to basically, as long as there's no giant gouges or anything in the side of the cylinder, just kind of dingle ball hone it, put some new rings in it, new bearings, new gaskets, like I said, throw an intake on it, maybe a fancy carburetor, cool cam to make it go thump, 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 and then basically that's it. This thing is just basically going to be a hopped up, cheap-ish powerhouse. It doesn't have to be anything crazily fancy. And you know what? I'm going to put on some music in my earphones that I can't show you guys because copyright, but I'll put on some music for you guys too. Sorry if it's not the most amazing music in the world. I have to do copyright-free stuff. Holy crap, look at all these wires. My God. Look at all that. Basically, all of it going bye-bye. Some of this stuff I'll keep for the AC and the alternator, but all that other crap, into the junk pile. Okay, now that the easy part's out of the way, just ripping off electrical connections, let's start moving into the harder stuff, like actually pulling off hard-mounted things. Beautiful. And I see no obvious rust or anything in any of the cylinders, so perfect. Woo! The gaskets are still pretty good, actually. Here, just to give us a little bit of motivation here. Oh yeah. Alright, let's make this thing look real pretty. Oh yeah, oh! Dude, those gaskets are still good. They're real good, actually. This thing must have had a gasket. These gaskets are like new. Holy crap, I might keep those around just for safekeeping. Because the valve covers I got are different, and I'm going to need an adapter kit. I'm going to buy the adapter kit because they look so good. Yeah. See? That's not too bad. I'm probably going to junk this carburetor. This is the one that came off that Camaro. I don't know what it is. It's probably the dead stock one, but it's 4-barrel. So if all else fails, I could use it. But I'm probably just going to find an old Holly somewhere, a 600 or a 650. Rebuild it, toss it on there. Have a cheap little good carburetor. But, I mean, this at least makes it look cool. I can sit here in the shop and go, wow, that's cool. Oh, yeah. This gives me hope. This revitalizes me. That looks awesome. Alright. Let's pull headers off now. And then we can pop this head off of here. There you go. There it is. Come on. There we go. Dipstick tube right on out of there. Alright, now we pop this head off, and I already looked under here. It looks great. Oh yeah, look at that. It's just sooty because it's got carbon buildup from it being an old head. Got some goop and stuff in the cooling passages, so I'll clean that up, but there's nothing in here that really makes me worried. Yeah, you can see right there. Pretty clean. Like I said, cooling passages are a little gooped up, but nothing crazy. Same thing with this block over here. Head gaskets are actually, they look fine. Just like I said, pretty goopy. You know, many years of it being on there and heat cycles and everything. That happens over time, but these pistons are good. I don't see any real bad wearing on the cylinders. All this is dirt I just blew in here, so don't really pay attention to that. Yeah, these cylinders look great. Nothing really bad in here. A little bit of carbon buildup. Hair bit of rust from sitting for a little bit, but that's nothing to be concerned of. I'll give this thing a good little blowout. Like I said, pull them pistons out. And sneeze apparently, but I'll pull them pistons out, do a little dingle ball hone, you know, just clean it up a little bit, throw some new rings on there and toss that back inside. Let's do the other side. I bet it looks probably just as good. And is it gonna be good? Oh yeah, the exact same as the other side. Oh yeah. And as you can see there, it's the same as the other side. A little bit sooty, a little bit of crap buildup in the coolant channel. That's normal for an old block that's been run hard, put away wet. I mean, there's nothing really bad here at all. I don't see anything really bad in these cylinder walls. No obvious scarring, no real bad indents. There's a few things, like I said, here and there, but I've seen a lot worse ran on the track. So this gives me pretty good hope. You see right there is a little bit of scratch down that wall, but if you run your finger on it, you can't really feel it with your fingernail. It's probably not going to cause an issue, and I can't feel it at all with my fingernail. So that thing will probably buff right out. Let's pull this old head gasket off here. Not in bad shape, not in horrible shape. Well, it's not in amazing shape. It's not in bad shape either. So just toss that in the used pile of crap we got going on. And I bet this thing will spin over pretty nicely now. Let's try that. Blow this crap out of here. It's a motor that spins over and doesn't have a lot of wear and tear on the inside. Like I said, it's an old motor. It's had a few miles on it, but there's nothing in here that's making me go, oh my god, this is a junk motor. Like I said, I've helped way worse motors be put together and not had issues with them, so it's a good time. Not a lot of water in that at all. This thing did have an oil cooler on here. See the lines that run up there. So it's been dripping ever since I pulled it out of the motor, so most of the oil has already drained out of this thing, but this ain't too shabby at all. Oil filter housing. I've been Ziploc bagging all my bolts to keep them separated so I know what goes where. This is the motor I'm going to save, so I don't want to mess it up. Hey, there we go. Alright, moment of truth. 2 or 4 bolt main. Please be a 4. It's a 2 bolt. Oh, I mean, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. A little bit of dirt in the bottom of this pan, but no water or anything, which is good. Yeah, it's 2 bolt main. Like I said, no giant issue. I just would have liked to see it be a 4 bolt. This would have been nice. But yeah, dude, the gaskets on this thing are like mint. Look at that. I really think this thing got resealed some point recently. Like, I don't think this thing was running around for a long time without gas. Hell, I might even reuse this, honestly. These gaskets are mint. Might just buy a head gasket kit for this thing and a set of bearings and call it good. I don't know. Do I really want to over a $20 gasket? I don't know. Well, I'll put it under the microscope, and if it's good, I'll reuse it. If not, I won't. I hate to put it all back together and have the damn oil pan leaking. But yeah, she's a 2 bolt main. I really wish it was a 4 bolt. I was really hoping it would be a 4 bolt. While and me dumping a bunch of the dirt that's off the intake down it, which I probably should have done. But yeah, I'll put a new oil pump on here, new crankshaft bearings, all that fun stuff. Take these out, clean them up, put rings on the pistons, dingle ball hone the block, and this thing will be a good motor. All right, so after a little bit of research, because those lifters are not coming out of there, this thing is and isn't a lifter. So in '87, when they started to use them on certain cars where rollers became standard on certain cars and not on others, they made all the blocks roller ready. So that means these diameter lifter holes and everything like that are ready for rollers, but at least on the truck motors themselves, they did not start using roller cams as standard until after 1995. So this thing is a flat tappet block, but it is completely ready for a roller cam setup, which is super awesome. That means I can just buy a roller cam setup, do a few things here and there, throw a roller cam in it, not have to worry about cam lobes and everything like that going flat. And well, that's where this is gonna end. We pulled this thing apart, figured out what's up is up and what's down is down, and we got a game plan ready for this thing. Like I said, throw a good little cam in it, pull this thing off of there, throw the cam in there, clean up the heads. I'm not going to throw different heads in this block. Looking at them, these heads are going to be just fine for what I'm going for. They are good for low-end torque and fuel economy. I'm not going for crazy horsepower numbers. The Chevelle is a decently heavy car, so I would like some bottom-end torque to be able to get it off the line and going a little bit better. Later on down the line, I do plan on building, if I keep that Chevelle, a higher revving 302 maybe, or a 305, something that revs, to 7,500, 8,000 RPM. Make some good power, have some fun with that, but that's way on down the line. Whenever I get that Chevelle ready for that kind of power, I have to redo the brakes, the suspension, everything like that, get that thing ready. It's going to be basically, a halfway decent setup whenever I'm done with it. Now it's going to have a limited slip rear end, just brakes up front, but that's about where my upgrades are going to stop for the moment. It's going to have stock suspension and everything like that from God knows how long ago. I don't know if it was upgraded down the line, but the last time that thing was on the road was in 1981. So even if it got an upgrade the day it was parked, those parts on it are about 40 some odd years old. So that thing is probably going to handle like a boat. But with a little 350 and a 4-speed, it's not making a crazy amount of power where I can't kill myself unless I'm really, really trying hard. That's going to be just fine for me. This was Josh from Risks Wrenches. This was our free 1994 Chevy 350 we pulled out of a Chevy Silverado for my 1964 Chevy Chevelle to make that thing a little bit of a hot rod. Hope you guys are liking these type of videos. If you guys do, let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see next. I have a bunch of projects here on this channel, a bunch of bikes, cars, Buick that I turned into a convertible that I beat the crap out of a Lincoln that I'm going to turn into a convertible, things like that. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Hope you guys are having a good day, night, week. Whatever it is, I hope you guys are having a great one. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye. I didn't want to be the guy that, filmed random children without their consent. That'd probably put me on a watch list somewhere.